Hi guys, welcome back to the Green Room with Jade Million. I am here today with Nashville's Music City Gents, the male strippers of Nashville. So I'm so excited to have them on. I want to go around and have you guys introduce yourselves. So go ahead. What's your name?
My name is Max.
I'm Valentino.
And I'm Landon.
Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Of
Thanks,
course. So have you guys ever done a podcast before?
No.
It's the first.
First time. Well, I'm excited to dive into all of your insane stories. I'm sure you guys have quite a bit. So Landon over here is the owner
Yes.
of the club. So you started this club in Nashville.
Yep.
What sparked the idea to do this?
That's quite a longer story, but it was 6 years ago. Let's just say I had seen the dancing scene in Dallas, Texas, at
Okay.
a club called La Bear, which is where Channing Tatum was discovered.
No fucking way.
And I ended up at the filming of Magic Mike XXL and got invited out to Dallas, Texas to the La Bear.
Were you
and-
dancing at this point?
I had danced in Dallas.
Okay.
Once I got invited out, I was like, it's a funny story, but I showed up and had no idea what this was and saw the scene and got to know the owner and then came back to Nashville in the short form and saw the bachelorette scene. I was like, I think we could do something here.
100%. Like it's the perfect market to do what you're doing.
Right.
So you were in Dallas. You're like, I want to bring this to Nashville. How did you even begin that process of getting started? Did you have to know certain people or?
Honestly, I had no idea what I was doing
Yeah.
to start. And it was, I think, the spring of 2017. And actually, the funny story is how I met the first entertainer. I told all my
Yes.
girlfriends, I'm looking for guys. And so I've never had this moment in your life where you realize you, as a straight man, you were hitting on guys more than girls because
Oh.
you're asking them, hey, have you ever thought about being a male entertainer before? Because you're at the gym and you're like, that's a
Right.
good looking dude. I bet he'd do well.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah. So the first entertainer was found at a competition at a bar where he lost this bingo thing and he had to do a dance. And my friend sent me the video. She goes over there, takes the video, sends it to me. And then I was like, go get his number right now. So the story is told where he was so excited because he's like, yeah, this girl came up and she was so attractive. She was going to hit on me. And then she was just like, yeah, my friend, he's a guy. He wants your number.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
So then I was texting him saying, yeah, I want to meet you about male entertainment.
Right. Was he like on board right away?
He was intrigued because
Yeah.
he had watched, he's like, I've watched Magic Mike 100
For
times.
sure.
I love it. So yeah, that was Dakota was his name, and he's not with us anymore. He just moved out to Colorado back in the COVID days, but great dancer and loved him starting the company with me.
Okay. Wow. That's incredible. So you guys are currently dancing out of a club here in Nashville. What's the club called?
So the venue's called The Trimble. It's an event space, but it's primarily used for the gents. It was a year of COVID that I knew we needed a venue for ourselves. We were doing shows about 2 or 3 every night, Friday and Saturday, and we were selling out and we were turning people away.
Oh my,
And
I have
that's when
chills.
that's
Like that's so
Yeah.
sick. What venue were you doing it out of then?
Funny enough, I plead the fifth here, right? So, that was when Nashville was coming at everybody for having people in a space for COVID,
Yeah.
whatever. And so we were kind of underground in a sense.
That
But
makes it all the more exciting, I feel.
right
like.
before that, right before COVID, though, I was at the table with Hard Rock Cafe about to sign a contract for a long-term relationship.
To
and
do it there?
Yeah. And at the
Really?
time, Magic Mike was performing in Hard Rock in Vegas still
Okay.
before they moved into their next venue. So very exciting time for us. But yeah, at that time when COVID hit, we had to kind of alter our plans and go somewhere else, which
Right.
was still downtown, but we were limited in space.
Yeah, for sure. So this is like a completely different thing than something like Deja Vu or Crazy Horse, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, let's be honest. Men, we get excited by something much quicker and faster. Women more like an oven, and you got to do a little preheat.
Yep.
So the guys have to perform. You have to entertain. You cannot just walk out there and take clothes off. It doesn't work.
Wow, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
That's so true. Like we want a show. We
Yep.
want a nice build up
Right.
foreplay, Yeah.
Exactly.
Guys can just go into the strip clubs here and be like, I
Yep.
see you guys walking in with like Mick Ultra cases and just sitting down and
Yep.
yeah.
What separates us too, though, is we're not designated as a strip club.
Right.
We are a male entertainment show, but a pure entertainment show.
What does that mean,
So-
pure?
Pure as in there's acrobatics, theatrics. There's more than just someone walking out on the stage and doing some form of a performance, right?
Oh, okay.
These guys have brought a lot of, acts into the new show that will perform this year. I mean, Max over here, for example, he's going to spin fire on
No
stage.
way.
Oh yeah.
Naked?
Almost.
Yeah.
No, that's
As close
really
as it
sick.
gets,
Oh my gosh. So wait, were you doing that before you started dancing, or how did that come into play?
No, actually, I was in the backyard of his house at 4th of July, and he used to spin a little fire back in the day. So I thought it was really cool, and
Yeah.
thought I would bring that back into the show.
I was going to say that's fire, but
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it is.
fire,
It is
yeah.
really cool.
Touche.
No pun intended.
Wow. Okay. So this is much more than just like you guys are taking your clothes off and giving
Right.
lap dances. You guys are putting on a full on performance. I can't wait to come. I'm so excited. I'm going to bring all my girlfriends and we're going to have a girls' night. So how did you guys get into this industry? Like, did you do this in other cities, or what was kind of the story? I'll start with you, Max.
Well, he was talking about his first dancer that he ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's the one that approached me.
Okay.
We used to work together at Tootsie's.
As a what?
As a barback.
Oh, okay. Wait, I feel like, have I seen you barback before maybe?
Maybe.
Was it recent?
No, it was a long time
Oh,
ago.
it was long. Well, I've been here for 8 years, so
Yeah, I've
maybe.
been here for 7.
Yeah.
And he approached me and he was like, yeah, this guy like hit me up, said he's starting this male entertainment club. I think you'd be awesome for it and you should come out and check it out. And
Yeah.
ever since then,
You're like, better than barbacking. I'll do
yeah, making better money.
Yeah.
Having a lot more fun.
Barbacks are always kind of fun. Like
I used to
I
get
know
in
so many
trouble
hot
for
barbacks.
like rolling up my sleeves at work.
Really?
I don't know why. It was like
They were
super hot.
threatened.
I'm working out basically and they hated that. And now I get to like take off my shirt. So
Yeah,
we're
for
good.
sure.
Yeah.
And what about you?
So my story is a little interesting.
Okay.
So I got approached by an old friend of yours, Roscoe, at a bodybuilding show.
Oh.
Yeah, so I used to compete and I used to post dance videos on my Instagram.
Nice.
And he saw me
Okay.
at a bodybuilding show. He's like, hey man, you ever think about dancing and making money with your body? I was like, I mean, and I'm thinking like, it's a real thing. So yeah, man, got this show coming up in Nashville. You should come try out.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, sign me up. And
For sure.
basically, we danced for a Melbury show that's not here no more. It was their rivals basically, which is
Yeah.
funny. We didn't last long, but I danced for them basically, and pretty much got started from there. But yeah, bodybuilding show.
Wow.
just kind of approached me.
So do you guys feel like you are very into like freedom of expression and like when you are up on stage, obviously you're close to being naked. Do you guys feel nervous or shy, or do you feel like that's when you're in alignment?
Man. We're performers, so I think that's when we're in our like best state.
Totally.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I love performing for people.
Yeah, like entertaining. Yeah.
entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I call it my Chris Brown moment.
Yes.
That's how I felt on stage. I mean, he's my idol. So when I get on that stage and get that little moment to be on stage and girls go crazy,
Yeah.
it's nothing like it. It's nothing.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
It is.
It's a good feeling.
I can't
yeah.
explain it.
No, I mean, that's truly like the best feeling in the world to me is when I'm performing on stage singing. So, I mean, it's like a drug. So I totally get it. And the rush is just like so incredible. So when you guys got into doing this, how did your families feel?
Hey, let's keep this podcast on the low. The parents don't know about this.
Yeah.
But honestly, though, my mom's like a detective, so
Yeah.
she knows.
Yeah.
She knows. Sorry,
She just
Mom.
doesn't bring it
I haven't
up?
told you yet, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's funny the difference in like our generation compared to our parents. Our generation is just so much more lax about that kind of stuff. Whereas our parents are like, how could you do this? You know?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's been difficult. For years I didn't tell my parents
Yeah.
or any of my family members that I started this company and that I was working hard to build something here. And it's a random long story how it came about that my family found out. And yeah, we don't agree. But it's, your parents, they still love you. It's just,
Yeah.
I think they have a little misunderstanding of what actually I'm building and what I'm presenting. And what is really important to me is that, experience for the customer and
Right.
how I put all my pride and effort into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a different culture of what they
Right.
were raised in and then what I find to be acceptable and okay.
Yeah. And also like they view it as, oh, well, this could ruin your life. Whereas we've seen time and time again that the more authentic you are to yourself and your passions, the better it serves you, even if that's maybe not as acceptable in society. it's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like people who just live their truth do the best, especially in the entertainment industry.
That's true. And that's what I can speak on because my mom was all for it.
Nice. We love that.
So, I was raised by a single mother. So my mom put me in pageants. So dance has always been like my life. So when I told her I was doing this, she was more of, are you doing this in a thong? Are you just throwing your thing in people's faces? I said, no, mama, I'm performing. It's entertainment.
Yeah.
And it took her to see a show and me posting clips on it and let her see it. And she's like, oh, I'm all for this.
Totally.
And let alone how much money I put in her bank account, you know what I'm saying? It's like the
absolutely
icing on the cake.
I know. I always wonder. It's like, that's what my friend says, who she works in the adult industry. And she's like, you know, my family was weird about it for a second, but once they got the iPads for Christmas and saw the Porsche that I'm driving, like they shut up, because it's like, you know, they're not paying your bills at the end of the day. But I just think it's so cool what you guys do. Yeah. Like, I love that you guys are willing to express yourselves like that and do something that maybe colors outside of the lines of normal 9 to 5. So I think it's really, really dope. And how do you guys feel about the industry itself in Nashville? Like, is it a lot different from other cities, or?
I would say it's different, but I wish it would get a little bit bigger. I mean, we're in like the Bible Belt almost, so things are a little tense sometimes. I feel,
for sure.
I want it to get bigger, and just.
I think it will.
Yeah, I think it will.
I think with the growth of the city, it's going to get so much bigger. When I first moved here, I couldn't believe the lack of the industry in the city, because it is the perfect place.
Yep.
But isn't there some kind of rule where, like at the strip clubs, what's the rule? Like, why can't you drink or sell alcohol in the strip clubs?
It's a long script that you have to read, and very entertaining, interesting words that they use to describe basically sexual acts, is a way to put it. And that's why they don't allow the alcohol. But I kind of want to answer your first question, which is, you know, I think what's interesting is Nashville's such a big scene for music, but what we fail to see here is premier live entertainment. Of course, outside of like Bridgestone and the Titan Stadium and, you know, large name artists, we're not seeing a premier show that's just pure entertainment, or a live entertainment show outside of singing. And that's what I'm trying to bring here. And that's what I want to change the culture of Nashville, because we need it. And I think we're striving and thriving for it. Yeah, absolutely. Kind of like Vegas, where Vegas 100%. Has all these different options of entertainment. Yes. Nashville is the perfect place to do that. That's so exciting. You're like on the forefront of it. Absolutely. I can't wait to support. So, okay, you can't drink in the strip club, or you can't sell alcohol because they don't want basically alcohol being sold where people are naked. Correct? More or less, but that doesn't apply to us. Which is what I was going to say. So if you guys don't know, we have 2 strip clubs in Nashville, like actual strip clubs, right? Crazy Horse and Deja Vu. Well, no. Funny enough, Crazy Horse sold because, again, Nashville's thriving, and it's a 20-story building coming in over that building now. But you have Deja Vu, and then Hustler. I don't even know. Hustler, thank you. Yeah. Yes. But those are the female strip clubs. And when it comes to the male entertainment realm, there has been competitors throughout the years have come and gone. We're the only one that still remains. Yeah. The lone man standing. We are taking over the market, man. Yeah, absolutely. But in all seriousness, I make a joke about it, but I want to inject this and just say it's because of the guys we have. Yeah. 100% of the guys we have is what carries this brand every year to the next level. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Oh my God. Are you like so proud of them? Yeah, it's pretty exciting. That one. Well, you know what's, it's humbling and it's exciting when you realize that you make mistakes every day. Yeah. But you have a team that's supporting you behind you. Yeah. And you have a team that's bringing this show along with you, and that you are their necessary quote leader or boss, whatever term you want to use. And I don't have all the answers. Yeah. But they're fighting with me. They want to move this ball down the court forward with me. Yeah. And that just is what has produced such a great show for us. Yeah, absolutely. When I've gone to the strip clubs here, you know, they're cool, but I think the fact that they can't sell booze can kind of, I don't know, like make the experience a little less elevated. Yeah. You know, 100%. Which I feel bad for the girls, because the girls deserve, I mean, everybody does who works in this industry, to get the most out of their job. And I think it makes it so difficult
the fact that there's, no alcohol. You have to like bring in your own stuff, which you would think wouldn't be that big of a deal, but for some reason it just is. It's like,
it changes the vibe.
It does.
Yep.
So why are you guys going to be allowed to sell alcohol? Because you're not getting...
Yeah.
Or should I not say that?
No,
leave it up for the imagination.
Let's just leave that one for the lawyer to answer the question of really and
I'm like,
seriously.
Christian, what's going on? My lawyer.
Yeah. But when I first went down this path, that's what I told the lawyer. I said, we need to be able to provide a space that we don't classify where we can't sell alcohol. Because of that vibe. It brings it to the level of where I hate to use these terms, but it's lower. It's of the lower class. And I wanted a high tier, upper class space.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what walk of life you come from, but you come in there, you're looking to have a great time.
Yep.
And the space is comfortable and you feel safe and comfortable with a great show with hot guys.
Yeah. Oh, I want that for the girls so bad here. I hope that comes along. Me and my old roommate always talked about that. We were like, what is there a loophole in like setting up some kind of club where there's entertainment on that level and also being able to sell alcohol? So I don't know, maybe you could dive into that next.
It's the Bible Belt of where we're at, unfortunately.
Hopefully it changes soon, but I doubt it. Okay, so back to you guys, because I have some questions that I feel like people are so interested to know.
Yeah, Valentino's up.
Including me. Okay, so let's talk about your first time ever dancing on stage.
Oh, Lord.
What were the emotions that you felt before your very first time? Like nervous, excited?
The first time for me and first time for like him are completely different.
Why?
Probably. Like as in like for this company, I would say.
Okay.
So like for me, it was kind of like, hey, you should wear this and you should go out there and have fun, buddy. So
like no rules?
So I was definitely nervous at first.
Okay, got it.
But it ended up being very good. So
do you feel like you have a natural like rhythm and ability to dance?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, see, that's where I don't have that. So I'd be like just like strutting around, like flipping my hair. Like I don't think that I could dance. So
people ask all the time. They're like, "So how much experience dancing did you have before this?" I was like, I mean, I didn't really take classes or anything.
Yeah. So. But you feel like you were a natural at it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Natural athlete.
Right. Who has rhythm.
Who has rhythm.
So you were really nervous. You feel like you were thrown to the wolves. You had no idea what to do.
Definitely.
Okay.
But it was a good experience for sure.
Good. And what about you?
Well, my experience was good because my first time getting on stage as an entertainer, it was a duo act.
Nice.
So I was not there by myself or anything. So we did like this duo cop act. It was Chris Brown take you down. And it was real simple, something that I can ease into it and saw the crowd reaction. Obviously, I didn't know it as well as the main dancer, so I put him in front.
Yeah.
I'm in back. You
nice.
know what I'm saying? Might be a little half a second off, but I was there though. The crowd was going wild. So it was real simple. And especially with girls drinking, well, we look good anyways.
Yeah. They don't care.
If we slightly off, we look good anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
That's so awesome. So do you guys remember like the first time you danced, how much money you made?
I don't remember how much money I made. I know that we didn't make as much money back then as we do now.
Why is that, do you think?
There's a lot of reasons why.
I think growth. I think it was a weird tipping rule at the beginning. Yeah.
Like, wait, what did you say? The tipping rule?
It was like you couldn't really tip.
When we first started,
I can't.
I don't.
You probably
this is awful because this is embarrassing to say because we have a rule that every customer that walks in the door has to exchange $20 minimum per person. And to be honest with you, the reason why we did this is because we would have so many women, bachelorettes come through, of 10 girls say, and be like, yeah, can we get $20 for the total?
The whole group.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And we're like, what is going on?
That's embarrassing.
Like, they did not
understand.
Split
the one in half. Give it to her.
They did not understand the concept that you were at a male entertainment show, male strip show, whatever you want to call it. But like, you don't go to these types of shows and don't tip people.
Absolutely.
Like, this is how entertainers make their money. And so that changed the game huge when we did that. Because what we found is that when you put the money in their hand and they're drinking and they're having a great time and they get to meet the guys, they want to then tip them.
Right.
So, because we also found that they would come in and not get the money, and then they're running around in the back going, where's a staff member? I want to get some ones. And we're like, okay, let's change this concept up.
Okay, so when you go in, you're like, minimum, you're getting $20
Yep.
in your hand.
You have to exchange it.
What does that mean?
We're not forcing you to tip the entertainer. We're saying you got to give me $20 and I'm going to give you $21 bills.
Whoa.
Yeah. So the ones are already in their hand now.
Wait, this is genius. Oh my gosh.
It was his idea.
Yeah.
No way.
But you'd be surprised how many times you deal with a customer that's just like, why am I doing this? Why do I have to do this? I'm like, I'm literally just giving you your money back. Like you can spend it or not.
Oh my
spend
God.
it.
Yeah.
I
Sometimes they'll get feisty about it.
Yep.
Wait, wow. I thought that it was a minimum of $20 that they were spending, but you're literally just giving them
Just
one.
exchanging it.
It's a requirement to exchange.
But they'll say
That's it.
the girls will. I mean, even this last weekend, they don't understand the concept, and they're like, "Well, why did I pay for a ticket if I'm giving $20 exchange?" And
Why
like,
wouldn't you want to tip the dancers? It's
That's
so
what we think.
crazy.
I don't know. I mean, it's just
the dancers.
I mean, it's just so
Tip.
funny because if we went to a strip club as men and we did not bring any ones in,
Oh yeah, we be
like I don't think we
Roasted.
would
Well, we
stay
get
there
zero
long.
attention,
We'll
we
get
get
kicked
out.
shamed. Yeah.
It's not gonna last.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Okay, wait, that kind of brings me to another question that I have as far as like the difference between the male strip club industry, entertainment industry, and the female. I feel like there's a massive difference in like view and celebration of like women and men. Do you agree? It's almost like, and I don't know if it's just me like being a woman, but I feel like it's a lot more acceptable to be like a male dancer. Do you think? I feel like girls are like,
it's the view of it's eyes of the viewer, right?
right.
I mean, it's funny. When I first started the company, on the website, I'd have male stripper and the terminology stripper.
Yeah.
And then quickly I changed it to entertainer because the truth is like, yeah, for whatever reason, there's this derogatory form around the word stripper. And do they take their clothes off? Sure.
Yeah.
But they're an entertainer.
Right. Right.
So, to me, is a female stripper an entertainer? Yeah, really,
Yes.
she is.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a form of dance.
Yep, totally.
I mean, have you ever
female body's
tried
beautiful,
pole
so-
dancing? Because I did a class. It is not easy.
No, I did.
Man.
I did try a pole dancing class, and I had bruises all over my body the
Yeah.
next day. I was more sore than I've ever been doing any workout. Like any workout class that I've gone to could not compare to this pole dancing class. I will say I felt so hot, and I was a natural.
Did you get the heels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good.
And
So,
I like. was
where'd you do
swinging
it
around the
at?
pole. Oh my God.
There's some local places in Nashville here.
Yeah.
And when I first started this company, funny enough, person who built this logo, Misfit Academy,
That's where I went. That's where I went.
She designed this.
Oh my God.
And so when I first started dancing or trying to think about how this entertainment world works, I was like,
Yeah.
well, I want to learn how to move my body.
Absolutely.
So I took classes there and I had no idea what I was doing. And I even will claim the fame and sell this and embarrassingly share this. I did a sexy chair dance class.
I love
It was me. It was me and like 20 other
Boy, did a
women.
heels class.
And they were doing
heels class?
No heels class.
They got
All
size
right?
13
You
heels.
better work. But here's the thing. They were in there. I'm telling you, hey, you go do one of these classes, man. I'm telling you, they had that chair and you had to work them hips and move that body. I was like, listen, that's what started all of it. And where I figured out, all right, the body roll is what you got to know at a minimum.
Yes.
Minimum.
And then I realized really all you need is a pole so you can put your weight against it and then start learning how to body
Right.
roll.
What is y'all's like go-to special move? What do you say?
The special. You want that max special? Okay,
You got plenty.
I would say my go-to is basically I get these girls on like hands and knees, and then from there I pull one hand underneath and flip them up onto my shoulders.
Oh my God. When I come, you guys all have to do everything.
All the special moves.
All the
Yeah.
special
All the
moves.
special
We'll throw the
moves.
special moves out
Oh
there.
my
There you
God.
go.
Wait, that would be so fun. Okay, what is yours?
So it's gonna be hard to explain. So this girl laying on her back.
Okay.
I got her legs up. All right. I'm in front of her.
Okay. I'm just picturing me like,
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to gotta be visual. And I would drop to the ground. And I will roll up. Now I would scoop her up
oh,
and boom. And
okay.
And from anywhere I could hit from the back, I could do a 69. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of ways I can go. It depends on how
Yeah.
flexible.
Do you ever put like them like right here, like in your face?
Yeah, that's what mine does.
Oh,
Flips
yeah.
them right
That's
there to the
front flip.
face.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you pick these girls out of the crowd? How did they get chosen?
Well, it depends.
Size, sometimes.
Sometimes.
You say, hey, Hiiii, you're coming up on stage?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But also depends on the move. Like his move, like he, Max is very strong, but he can't do it to
for sure.
It's also about
size
safety
of
as
a woman, weight of a woman too. You have to understand this girl is literally on hands and knees, and her head is going to the floor and then behind him and then up and over his shoulders and on up here like this.
Oh my
so like he is literally basically twirling this girl in the air.
Right.
So you got to look at their weight with the their shoulders and everything because he's controlling all of their body.
And you're doing that all while you're up on stage. Like you're like, this is all going through your brain.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I can't wait.
Flustered, huh?
No, it sounds incredible. So when you guys are at the club, do you meet the girls do you ever like hang out and meet the girls and like do a meet and greet kind of thing?
Afterwards we have like a time for people to get photos and stuff like that. And they always come up and chat with us a little second.
Okay. Now I have to ask, have you ever met a girl at the club where you were like, let's go on a date afterwards?
A date?
Oh, come on.
I would say
I know guys who have gone to the wedding of the bachelorette that they were there for as a date.
Yeah, I've been asked plenty of times to be a wedding date. And I'm always like, is it on the weekend? They're like, yeah. I'm like, well, I can't get off work. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there you go. That's
but you know what separates us from, other shows too, or even like Vegas style shows is that these guys are your common guy.
Totally.
Except that they're not common. They're not common because gents are rare.
Yeah.
But they meet these guys after the end of the show and they're like, these guys are so nice.
Right.
And they're just down to earth dudes.
Yeah.
And then that's when they get to know each other. Or funny thing is these guys, tell them about how like you go out to the bars and girls will recognize you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
No way.
We'll go to the bar like after the show or the next day or just Sunday fun day. And the girls will just like run up to you and just start yelling and screaming and just they're super excited.
Because they saw you at the show.
You're the one that flipped me.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
my God.
It's a whole different like comfort level. Like
they're
not gonna just run up to anybody and be happy to see them.
Absolutely.
And they like recognize you and they love it. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good feeling for that too. But
yeah.
And then also they're like, let's get you a shot. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's start drinking.
So reverse of that question is, have you ever been dating somebody who wasn't on board with what you do?
Well, I probably wouldn't talk to somebody if they weren't on board with what I do because then they don't support me.
Yeah.
I support them, they support me.
Yeah, I love that. How about you?
I'm actually engaged, but
oh my God.
But no, I never had an issue.
How'd you meet her?
Oh, met her as a dancer.
Is she a dancer?
Nah, she looked like she should be though.
Oh yeah! Shout out Wifey.
But she came to one of my shows, which is a funny story. She came to one of my shows while I was in New York before. She came from a high seat, and she wrote on a paper and said like, "You had to take me out on a date."
Fire!
She's different. So
she's different.
She knew what she wanted.
Yes, I love that.
So I came back to New York. I didn't know how big New York was. So I had another show in New York. It was Buffalo, New York. It was 7 hours away.
Oh, yeah.
She drove 7 hours.
Dang.
To see me.
And you were like, she's the one.
I was like, yeah, she's
and
the
to
one.
see you dance, you're like, what a cool girl.
Yeah. To see me dance one time, to drive 7 hours, I was like, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
Oh my gosh. So are you guys both in Nashville now?
Oh, because of me.
Yeah.
I stayed in New York for her for 2 years, tried New York scene. Not for me.
It's
New York people is different.
100. I'm from up there, so
I said they very brash, very passionate.
100%.
It's hard to take. It was.
Yeah, no, I
couldn't adapt to it.
It's wild. I really appreciate the Southern hospitality.
Same.
I love it.
I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, people are so kind, which is another reason why I think it's like so great that you guys are here. And like you said, you guys bring that very normal element to just the interactions. I feel like that's a Nashville, staple thing. Everybody always says, I love Nashville for the people. So it only makes sense that you guys are here and doing your thing. So you're engaged. She's fully on board. Are you single, Max?
Oh, single Pringle.
Okay. And how about you, Landon?
I don't
Are you single?
This information. I was just going to answer your question though. I was dating a girl when I started this company. And I told her, I looked her in the face and I said, listen, I'm going to start this company. If you don't agree with it, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Because one thing she knew about me is that if I set my eyes on something, I'm going for it.
Absolutely.
Going for it.
So she wasn't on board.
She did.
She was on board.
She figured it out. She was like, well, all right, I like this guy. I'll stick with it. But it really never was a part of contention between us.
That's amazing.
It really wasn't. She didn't necessarily, I don't think that she fully understood or agreed with it maybe at the beginning. but she knew that I was passionate about it.
Yeah.
And then that is what she was like, okay. I
Yeah.
can see the passion in you of what you're trying to build and do. And that's what I think changed it.
Okay. Flip side, could you date a stripper?
Well, absolutely. And I don't see why that would mostly even become a question. I think the challenge for me or for anyone is that go ahead.
Hold up. You don't understand why that could be a question. That's
well, so there's twofold to this, right? It's my view, totally okay.
Right.
But what about my family? How does that work out? Because for me, I'm a personality type where my family is very important to me.
Wow. Okay.
And so that's something you have to weigh.
Okay.
At least I do.
Right.
Not everybody.
Right. So then you would see why like that is a question, because it's like, I mean, actually, it's more of a question for me because I would have to actually check myself and be like, are you emotionally mature enough to like date somebody who
I wouldn't have a problem with it.
You wouldn't.
It's how do
I'm a little jealous, guys. So.
it's the other part of the family piece that
wow, interesting. Okay. Wow.
I think it would be a conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, I don't know, like I feel like boys, like sons and moms and sons especially, there's a lot of mama's boys. But it's cute. What about you guys? Could you date a female stripper?
I could do it.
Yeah.
I don't see any problem with it. It's all about trust and whatnot.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
As long
Truth
as I
always
trust
comes
this
out
person with what they're doing with work, and they trust me with what I'm doing at work, then I don't see an issue at all.
I love that.
Yeah.
So I love to talk money, and I know that's personal, but that's what I like to do on this podcast. Get personal. What is like the most money that you've made in a night in Nashville?
Oh, in Nashville.
In Nashville. Yeah, I want to know.
Oh, shoot.
Do you guys know?
I've worked in Nashville, so.
Wait, what?
I said I've only worked in Nashville.
Oh, okay.
Most money is probably around like $2,000.
$2,000?
Yeah.
Damn. Just for having fun and doing your thing. And
fun, yeah.
wow, that's so awesome. Like, I love that.
These guys
for a private party though, the most I ever made was $950. I was at a private party, so that was like an hour.
Wow.
1 hour work.
Oh my God. So y'all do private parties?
We're steering away from it a little bit. We're trying to get more people to the show.
Got it.
But we still do them.
Okay.
Private party, you know what it is?
Is it the Triple X?
No, it is the club. Oh, God. Whoa.
Okay. Triple X.
We just took a hard detour here.
Nashville got what?
I'll talk about it if you want. Like I've attended two.
I just love the fact that I asked you know what it is. Your mind went there.
I need to dig.
All right, so she's like, I'm ordering them tonight.
$950 in that. Yes.
Listen, the private party is where it's the classic where the entertainer shows up to the door.
Oh, duh.
And comes through and dances for y'all.
Right. Like a bachelorette party just wants some cute cops to come to the door.
These guys will be a cop or cowboy.
What you talking about?
These guys are cop or cowboy, whichever you want. Come over to the house and
Cop or
dance for the
cowboy.
girls. They'll do lap dances, of course. They play different games. They get the girls involved. I mean, that alone is fun to ask these guys about because no private party is the same.
Yeah.
But these guys, you know, and we can come to that, but for the money aspect, these guys are making very good money more money than I've seen in the male entertainment realm in even Dallas. And
wow.
Honestly, it's pretty competitive, if not outbeating Vegas style entertainment shows.
That is fucking amazing.
They're doing phenomenal.
Oh.
And again, I dedicate it to their dedication to the show and
Yep.
the product they want to present.
Yeah. So when people want to book private parties, can they go through the site? Like, how does that work? Just
so
in
they
case
can book
anybody-
it right online, birthday parties, bachelorette parties, whatever event. I mean, I think of every age we've had parties for.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Yep. Like
That's
grandma's
sick.
90th.
Yeah.
Don't break
And
their
that's
hip, but
fun. They probably love that and are so appreciative of
Yeah.
it. I mean,
Yeah.
that probably makes a trip. I was just at a bachelorette party. I should have scheduled something, but we were up in the Finger Lakes, New York. So I don't think anybody was traveling up there. So, okay, you made $2,000 in one night. How about you?
Oh, it'd be same.
Same.
Recent with them.
When you guys get tipped, like people throw money on the stage, right?
Mhm.
Do you like clean up the money afterwards, or how does that work? Like, how do you know that you're getting your money?
Well, we tip share.
You tip share.
Yeah.
Oh,
Equal.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I like that.
it's part of the principle. One of our main principles of the company is teamwork,
Yeah.
and so these guys all share tips completely even.
This is very different from the
it is.
female.
Oh yeah,
It's one of the things that
different.
it was one of the most important things for me that I wanted to build this company upon, that I saw different in the entertainment world in Dallas, or any male entertainment world, is that every guy is out there to make their money for themselves. And then it just builds this environment that's cutthroat. And you can't really have the show that we're trying to present. I mean, for example, if you look at Vegas, that's why at Magic Mike, they give you paper money. There is no real money. There's no real tipping. It's just paper money. Wow. And so for us here, I said from the very beginning, like, this is one of the main principles as a male entertainer coming into this company. And if you don't agree with it, then you're going to have to find somewhere else to dance, because I want a team that's working together.
Wow. You just seem like a great boss. Like,
I don't know. You have to ask them on that.
He does. Like,
all right, I guess.
He have his days.
Everyone has their days, I feel like.
No.
I could tell even like in the preparation, like he's like very like organized. Type A.
Oh yeah.
Which you need to be in order to structured. And that's 100%. What you need to be in order to run a successful business like this, I feel like. So that's awesome. I need you to teach me some of that. Okay. I'm on the road to that, but okay. Let me look here. So we talked money. Oh, okay. What is the craziest experience you've ever had at the club?
I don't even know. Craziest experience?
Like something just like out of pocket that you were like, are you kidding me?
Okay.
You got the answer quick? Go ahead. Let me think on it then. We go ahead.
Too. Out of pocket.
See.
I kind of feel you.
What do you guys?
The wheels are turning.
It's like I'm trying to figure out where I need to go with this.
Right.
I'm thinking, should I talk about what happened at shows or
private
events?
Okay, I want both.
Okay, so
show. You yourself into
that's what I'm saying. So show wise,
like, thanks for giving me more.
That's what I'm saying.
Giving me more.
You know, so show wise, I would say doing a party where the bride didn't want to go up there, but she bought a dance for a hot seat. She don't want to go up there, but her friends are getting her very drunk to get her confidence up.
Oh no!
So by the time she's on stage for my act,
please don't tell me she threw up on you.
Man,
oh God!
She didn't throw up on me, but it's the fact that she did throw up on stage.
Yeah, on stage.
On stage.
She slipped on it too.
Oh, no, she ain't slipped on it.
Oh God!
It turned disastrous so quick.
And I was like, yo, you gotta cut the music. She gotta go.
It's like, like everything.
And her friends like, no, keep going. She's fine.
Keep going. What?
Don't get her. But they were all drunk. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So yeah, so get her.
That girlfriend is the friend that like, no, you just threw up, baby girl. You're fine for the rest of the night. No, she's not. You need to go home.
Like, no, you see this?
We see that all the time too. Those girls come to the show and they're like, the bride's totally just gone.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you're fine. I'm like, no, she's not. You need to take her home.
Yes.
She's not going to make it in the show.
And my situation with that is, if you know she don't want to do it, bring someone else on stage who want to do it. Like, take her dance for her. It's okay.
For sure.
Okay. You want everybody to be comfortable.
You want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Especially when you're flipping people and stuff. If you're not comfortable, it is not going to go well.
They want her up there so bad, and obviously that's the result for it.
I can't say I can relate to that though, and that can be one of the crazy stories if need be. I just had a girl that just come up on stage and she was just way too drunk.
Yeah.
And she's so drunk that she's not listening to me. Like, she's doing her own thing almost, trying to create her own show on stage.
Yeah.
Like,
oh God.
I'm the performer. I'm trying to make the show happen.
We do get those. Yeah.
So that was the only person I've ever kicked off stage. I've never kicked anybody off stage. But I was like, cut the music. Like, she got it.
And the problem is these guys know right off the bat too, because before they do anything with any girl that's on a stage for any performance or anything that they're going to do, they first talk to them. Like, it's funny. You'll see this signature thing where a lot of girls will be like, what is that guy doing? And it's because he's pulled his face down to her ear. And right before he's going to do anything, dance on her, touch her, grab her shoulder, he's saying, hey, I'm going to grab your shoulder. I'm going to do this. Is that going to be okay?
Asking consent.
Yes, basically.
Beautiful.
Consent first.
We love consent.
Yes. Because sometimes the girl is so excited to be on that chair, and then she doesn't realize what she's actually signed up for, which is not, like, even if he's just going to stand over top of her legs and do a body roll, he's still just making sure, hey, can I stand over your legs to make sure that it's okay with you?
Yep.
So, yeah.
Nice.
That's when you know whether this girl's drunk or she's not.
Right. Oh, you guys must deal with so much, like, just so many super drunk annoying people. I'll say, you guys don't have to, but these bachelorette parties get so wild here.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like I've seen girls just get so rowdy, even in the clubs down here, that I can't imagine. Just all their pheromones are going crazy, and
Right.
it's like,
What's funny is like one time after the show, this girl like added me on Instagram and whatnot, and then proceeded to send me videos of her giving lap dances to her bride in the club. And she just thought it was the funniest thing. I thought it was funny. It was,
that is so funny.
Yeah.
She's like, look at me.
They're like, we learned some moves
learned
now.
some-
Yeah, that's honestly so cute.
It's hilarious.
Have you guys ever felt like uncomfortable or like your boundaries were pushed while dancing as men?
You can feel that way just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just, you know,
'Cause women are ruthless sometimes.
Listen,
too much.
you just said it.
Women are
I just want to
ruthless.
make sure we're all clear here. Women are the same as men.
I know. I see it on even
And
on TikTok. I'm like,
women
comments
are just better and smarter at it than
Yeah.
men are.
Mhm.
Because one of the things I always joke with these guys is the old Mr. Miyagi wipe on, wipe off, right?
Yeah.
So like when the girl's hands start to explore different
Mhm.
places, that's where you have to do the wipe off,
Mhm.
you know, of like just push the hands to the side, push the
Okay,
hands
yeah.
to the side.
Because they will literally try to feel your dick.
Sometimes,
It's
yeah.
definitely
I mean,
happens.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
It definitely happens.
Very common.
Yeah.
Hey girls, we're not doing that. Okay.
you know,
It's that liquid
it's
confidence.
funny.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
environment you're in, but we
True.
just I think it's just that, you know, we just got to make sure that we are following the same line that you want a male to follow to.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because men can get just as uncomfortable and feel like their boundaries are crossed
Yeah,
as women.
100%.
And then I feel like you guys almost are afraid to, you know, make that known because you are guys. So it might feel like, well,
Yeah. I'll never forget this one woman to amplify the storyline of here is that I was on Broadway because that's how this company started, was just handing flyers out on Broadway for hours and hours and then every day on the weekend. And a woman walked up and slapped me on the ass. And I turned around and I said, do not do that.
yeah.
And she was like, huh? Why? What's the problem? Aren't you a male stripper? I was like, not cool.
Yeah.
Like, what if I did that to you?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Now, if you were like talking to me and we were flirting and you thought, oh, that's cute, and that we were in that environment space together,
Yeah.
okay, maybe. But it kind of just set the marker where I was like, you know, that's not cool.
Absolutely.
Because it wouldn't be cool if I did that either.
Yeah. I'm glad that you said that to her because that is so nice.
Yeah.
Actually, I've gotten slapped on the ass on Broadway and I tried to hit the guy. So you're better than I am.
I'm not going to hit anybody, but
Sorry.
definitely worth saying something.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's kind of how it is when I'm out to promoting too. I always get the same response. I'm like, hey, like, you know, I'm promoting this, whatever. And they're like, show us a preview. Show us a preview.
Oh,
Lift
yeah,
up your
God.
shirt. Lift up
Holy
your shirt.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, and I try to explain to them, I'm like, first of all, I don't want to get kicked out of the bar. Second of all, you wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't be able to ask a female entertainer
Yeah.
to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Be like,
Right.
oh, let me see a preview. Oh,
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
what?
show me your tits. You know?
Damn.
I can't do that.
Right.
Why does that make it good for you? Like,
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're going to ask, at least give me $100 first.
I do tell them that I'm
For
like, I
real.
work for money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
I got
good.
$1. I'm like,
That's
well,
how-
I need more than $1 right now.
And you know, the
So,
funny thing too is like there is a whole thing to say about the space of a venue, a club, the show. There's more to it when you are taking that shirt off, whatever, in that set.
Yeah.
So like when you just take your shirt off at the bar, it's not
It's
that
like, who's
exciting.
that douchebag over there?
Like, yeah, he's good looking,
Yeah.
but it's not like the show. And that's where like him taking his shirt off may accomplish what she's looking for, but it doesn't accomplish what we want to present as a product,
Yeah.
which
it
is
also doesn't get them to the show.
right. But it's
so
like-
true.
There's so much more when he's taking his shirt off in doing his set that's
Yeah.
like you're undervaluing him performing that.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
I agree. So do you feel like there was ever any times where you experienced maybe the dark side of the dancing industry, or like, do you feel like there's anything that you could share that's maybe, you know, the opposite point of view for people just to be aware of if they want to get into it?
I can speak on this.
Yeah.
And what do you guys think about it? It's just because I've seen this outside of Valentino here, who's danced elsewhere, and so you might be the one to answer
Yeah,
this.
'cause
But
I
like,
seen
so
some-
many guys will get sucked into drinking and drugs in this environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so much,
Why do you think that is?
which is sad. You know, your performers are having a great time when they perform, It's that environment. You're being cheered on. You know, people appreciate what you're doing, but you know, that's not something we allow in this company. And the drinking as an employee on you know, on stage or in the show, not acceptable. And to be honest too, it's what I've told them ever since the beginning. You're drinking and dancing, I promise you, you will not make as much money.
So true.
Because when the girls are out there with the money in their hands doing this and you're drinking, you are not focused on where that money is and where the attention, you know, where they want you.
Yeah.
And so
that makes so much sense.
You know, it's, again, I just keep talking about the guys, how great they are. But truth is, it's, you know, the culture of this team that we don't have that problem. Those guys are not on this team.
Yep.
And they wouldn't last.
Right.
They wouldn't last. So I hate to see it in other environments where people have that problem because these guys thrive without that problem.
Yeah.
Because I say it's more like they trying to live a rock star lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I feel like they gotta do something to get themselves up to dance.
For sure.
And I definitely see that firsthand. I see when people drink, they are more angry. They cut some girls out, or they dropping girls on stage. That happens a lot too. And main reason because you are drunk. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely seen it. But with this group, we don't do none of that.
Right.
And let alone, like, so we keep ourselves all accountable too. It's like a brotherhood.
I love that.
And we all get along with each other too, and want the best for each other. So I think it's another thing too.
So you guys really feel like a family.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah,
we are a family for sure.
I felt like we could have our own TV show.
You guys could. You hear that, producers?
It's already potentially in the works.
Hey, man, I'm just saying.
Hell yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
So
That'd be genius.
stay tuned. We'll see. We're waiting to hear. We're waiting to hear back from the executive producer. But yeah, it's potentially in the works.
Do you guys have any thing that you want to do next in life? Like, are you using kind of this phase of your life to build something else for yourself, or do you want to kind of be in the industry forever? Like, is this your end goal?
Well, I could speak for me. I know if I look good and still can move, I would love to do it as long as I can.
Yeah.
But the end goal is to be a successful personal trainer.
Okay, cool.
And so, even though I'm gonna be fit, why not just dance while I can?
Yeah, you could honestly do both.
So that's my kind of end goal, is being like a successful personal trainer. But dancing, if I can do it, I can.
Absolutely.
If the body holding up, I can do it.
That's what I always tell
If the body holding up,
I'm gonna keep doing this as long as my body lets me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
End goal for me, I mean, I wouldn't mind, teaming up with Landon and opening up more venues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then buying real estate as well.
Right. Yeah. I know I need to start looking into that stuff too. Complicated process.
I would like to say too, these guys, you've only got 2 here and we got 6 guys who are on the team. Each of them have, such diverse backgrounds, such unique skills outside of entertainment that they pretty much all have something else going on in their life outside of entertainment or dancing. And we are growing and we're very busy. We're doing up to 7 shows every weekend.
Wow.
So this week, for example, Thursday night show, 3 on Friday, 3 on Saturday. I mean, these guys are busy. So they're making a lot of
money.
I was going to say effort and time into what they're presenting, but they still have time to produce and put into something else as well. I think from a company's perspective, at least from my perspective, I want these guys so busy that they don't have time for something else. Like this is between promotions, marketing, events that people want them at, and like Max said, other areas are already on the market. Like we're already looking at Texas. Interestingly enough, the Club La Bear in Dallas just had their last weekend in their building as they closed down because they sold the building. And to be known on whether they're going to continue the show or not. Point is, Dallas is an opportunity. Austin is a big bachelorette scene.
Yep.
So we're looking at that. And also some of these guys have had experience as a road show or have been part of a road show. And so I presented it to them even recently and said, hey, if you want to bring gents on the road, I'm all for it. Just let's sit down and talk business. But like, we want to get gents, everywhere possible.
Yeah.
I mean, we have something here that I think is important to present to any female or anybody who wants to enjoy a great time, regardless of sex, wherever the show could go.
Yeah, absolutely. So are you guys performing all of those shows?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How do you prepare yourselves for that? Do you do anything special, or are you guys pretty disciplined in your lifestyles?
Oh,
I would say pretty disciplined.
Do you drink a lot, like when you're off work?
No, not at all.
I don't drink.
They don't keep abs with drinking.
That is facts.
Yeah.
It's impossible. No, it's so impossible to stay in good shape while you're drinking a lot.
Yeah.
Like number one thing, if you want to get in good shape, stop drinking. So you guys just basically live like an athlete.
Yeah, other than
You would say.
going to the gym.
Yeah.
Going to the gym right after this.
Yeah.
Same. I brought my meal, my pre-workout meal.
Brought my stuff with me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I'll drink, go out and stuff like that, but it's not like
You don't black
it's
out.
not all the time, and it's definitely not every day, and it's definitely not during the week. So
Yeah.
you gotta stay
7
strict.
shows. Are you guys just exhausted by the last one, or how do you feel?
Well, it's that Sunday we get off.
It's all about the vibes, you know.
Yeah.
It's the vibes. So as long as the energy and stuff like that is up in the show,
Yeah.
our energy is right there
Adrenaline,
matching.
man.
Right.
So,
Right. And then you guys are off all week.
well, other than other things.
Yeah,
So-
we
so-
go-
Oh, right. Because
some
it's
others,
more than just a shows.
Well, and some of the other guys have other jobs and stuff like that. Like he
Yeah.
does personal training and stuff. So
Right.
some of them have other, occupations outside of this job.
Get that Sunday off though.
That's
Mhm.
Sunday.
If we ain't got
Sunday.
rehearsals.
I mean, hey,
Hey.
hopefully we're doing shows on Sunday.
He's like,
I'll
don't
take
get
it, though.
too comfortable.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I mean, this is the first year we've actually ever done shows on Thursday.
Yeah.
And it's honestly, this is the first year for a lot of things for us. I mean, this year with our building launching 5,000 square feet, dedicated space to Music City Gents, the creativity of what we're going to have in there between, the things that these guys can do. I mean, I was just showing them a drawing the other night that I was sitting at the back of the show drawing and looking at ladders along the wall, things that they can climb, hang off of, dance on,
wow.
just all type of creative things to dedicate this space for them. And so this year just has so many new things for us. The bar will officially launch here in the next, 30, 60 days to provide that space that we're looking for. Picture drop spots all through the building, like the whole show and everything involved with it as you walk in that front door is an experience from the moment they show up there, right? I mean, and it only is amplified in the fact that I also have party buses. So these girls get to do
You have party
both
buses?
of these. Yeah. Now we don't put the gents on them, even though I do get that request a lot.
You totally should.
I know, but it's just like,
are you coming on the bus with us?
Yeah.
No.
but it's just like, okay, how do you do this? Like, okay, you do a few lap dances and the gent's like, all right, just drop me off somewhere. Like, where is he going to go? And you don't want to be there for 2 hours
So
with them while
true.
they're just getting drunk. But anyway, we have this full experience for every customer that comes in. And what's great too is that with this new show and all of the new things that we've added, the quality of the show has gone way up. And we have every type of customer.
Yeah.
Every type of customer, male, female,
Yep.
husband, wife, anything, everything comes through those doors and they have a great time.
Yeah.
It's entertaining for sure.
Yeah.
It's entertaining.
Have you ever considered dipping your toes into like the female side of things, or you want to
Yes.
keep? Okay.
Very much so. So
Y'all hear that, ladies?
Yeah,
Sounds like
so-
a good boss.
So I had this idea of Music City Dolls to become my female side. Don't look up that name because it didn't become mine. It was a legal battle, et cetera. Long story short, which is fine. It's okay. I have a whole new name for this side. But here's the thing. Maybe a job for you because I need a female part,
Yeah.
female companion
I'll do it.
between me and the other women. I just there's this I just don't want that relationship. I think
Yep.
it could be challenging. I think
It
that,
is for sure.
Yeah. So
I got you.
absolutely.
For real. I would love to later in life.
Later in life, what are we waiting for?
No. Okay, let me explain this. I'm doing my music career.
Yep.
But my goal after I, have my moment and do my thing, I want to create like venues and experiences in Nashville as well.
Yep.
And offer really just like top tier elite experiences.
Okay.
So, and I'm so interested in this
So-
industry. Obviously, I have you guys on. Like, I love the nightlife.
The
and
Trimble is
everything.
the first place you're stopping, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. And I just want to note that for our show, the address, it was meant to be when we moved into this building. Do you know what the address is?
69.
There you go.
Tremble.
There you go. 69 Tremble. It was
I remembered,
absolutely
so
meant
I
to
get the
be.
job, right?
What's that?
I remembered, so I get the job.
Touche.
Yeah. Okay. cool.
Absolutely.
Well, catch me doing what Landon does.
Managing the female parts,
That'd
doing
be
private
fun.
parties.
Oh my God.
I mean, there is a market here for it. The bachelor
know.
scene is growing.
I'm so
I mean, and there are women that I have met who still do this here. It's just from some third party company who knows where they're from. And there's not really a management oversight and that, personal connection.
Right. You know what I think that I would be really good at is finding talent.
That's really the hardest part.
I think I can name 6 right now.
Well, this is exactly why I told you. It is so hard. Like if there are any guys watching this podcast that want to come out, we are always looking for new talent, because the thing is, it is hard to find guys. You can be like, they could be a dancer and not realize they can be an entertainer in this realm. Like I need every talent from breakdancing to any type of dancing we're looking for. I mean, you look at Magic Mike, right? Their premier Mike guy was a previous ballet dancer. Okay. So we never say anywhere that you have to have dancing experience in this company.
Okay, cool.
Because the truth is you can design and create an entertainer.
Yeah.
There's a difference between being a dancer and an entertainer for sure. I mean,
that's so true.
There are guys on this team who would tell you I'm not a dancer at all. But if you could watch them from year 1 to now and see them on stage, you're like, holy crap, that dude's an entertainer.
Wow, that's so true. You hear that, you guys? You don't have to be a dancer to be an entertainer.
No.
Is there anything else you want to say about the new club?
Just the fact that, we have expanded our market too into the local market. When I started this company, I've never spent $1 in marketing. Okay. Never spent $1 in marketing. I spent hours to days of weeks of my life on Broadway handing out flyers. And if you remember a bar named Piranhas, okay, before Bowie's moved in, that's where the show started, in that dive bar. Okay. Then actually after that, we went to Valentine, which is on Broadway.
Yep. I remember that. I used to play there.
Okay. Yeah. So you remember I think it's the second or third floor. Third floor, tiny room.
Yes.
Oh, we'd pack them in there.
Wait, I remember when you had this there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I remember
So that's where we went. Then we went
to...
They
built the stage for us.
Yeah, they built the stage for us.
What
then
happened there?
Oh, we had to grow.
We outgrew it.
And we went, that's when Hard Rock came, Hard Rock sat down. And then from there, that's when we went to our new building. But the great thing about the new building is just the experiences I mentioned. But we're also going to launch a drag show in there as well.
Nice.
And then an event space, so for singing and music. But this year is premiere for us. We actually have a billboard now too for the first time ever.
Hell yeah.
So you will see it. We've been on digital billboards for the last 2 months. But these guys have one static billboard that will be all year long.
Okay.
And it's as you come into downtown Nashville on 65.
That's amazing.
So I mean, massive picture of these guys.
Yep.
So now we're going to reach into the local market, because if you think about it, yeah. Some of them didn't like their picture initially, but like the way I look at it too is the reason why we want to focus on the market here in Nashville. It's because nobody's ever heard our name. I mean, you could go out in Nashville and ask people locals, "Hey, have you ever heard of us?" And they're like, "No." It's because honestly, we were so sold out that it was like, why focus on the local market if I can't even bring you in here?
Yeah.
Because of all the bachelorettes. And so now with the shows growing and the venue space and more people I can fit in there, we're going to focus on the local market, because every weekend there is how many women's birthdays
it's
across just the 30-mile radius of us.
Yep.
Yeah. And so what we want to be is we want to be one of the top 2 reasons people come to this town, or women come to this town. Say they're coming to a show like a Carrie Underwood show or something like that. We want to be the second reason why they're coming to this town.
Maybe the first for some.
I mean, hell yeah, for the first. I mean, look at these guys. They will be the first.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we're very, very excited and can't wait to have it. Plus, we'll have VIP bottle service.
Okay. This is what I think that we should do. I'll do a girls' weekend there, and I'll TikTok vlog it to help market when it opens.
Yep.
You're like, I don't need it, but yeah, sure you can.
No. We want to build this VIP experience because it's something we've never been able to capitalize on, which is just coming to the show. Versus now, I mean, you could have the red carpet, you could have bottle service, but actually really elevate the level of our show and the service that you can give our customers, because you have your own space and we control everything in it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Well, catch me there. You guys open.
Yeah. I just want to say you can catch you there, but we're offering yearly memberships, we think too.
Oh shit. Okay.
Somebody came this idea with me. We're like, all right, we need a membership for locals where they like discounted tickets. They're there every weekend. Bring
memberships
your girlfriends.
Are where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah. For everything. Even online stuff now. It's like so many people are waking up to the idea that when people want to support you, give them an opportunity to pay you
100%.
monthly. Like give them something extra, make them feel valued and special. And you just never know who's going to do that for you. And people are now waking up to that. So I think that that's a great idea. My friend who does haircuts is even doing like $100 membership thing a month. So
it was a local who suggested it, and I started thinking about it. I was like,
he's
great
is genius. Too. He's great.
This is a genius idea.
Yep, I love it.
I mean, because again, these guys are friends with some of these locals anyway.
Yeah.
So they love to come and support them.
Yes. So when exactly, do you know?
Like, we don't know exact date because we're putting in a sidewalk right now, forced by the city.
Got it.
Fortunately, that determines everything for the liquor. But you can expect by June that the entire venue will be fully open for everything we want to offer.
That's so exciting. And where are you guys like doing it out of right now?
So we still operate out of our venue currently.
Okay.
Because we've segregated
69 Trumbull.
Yeah, correct. We've segregated a section of the building, which is really where the show is happening, where the only thing that we have left remaining really is this outdoor sidewalk.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys for being on my podcast. This was such a great episode, and you guys really just gave it all to us. So I really appreciate y'all coming on. I hope you guys had fun.
Definitely did. Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Good.
Hopefully we do a part 2.
Absolutely, we will. Especially when the new club opens, we should do a part 2, and I'll talk about my experience.
That's exactly what we want.
I love it. I love it. I would love you guys to plug yourselves right now. Where can people find you if they want to follow you?
Well, I have Instagram underscore Magic Max.
Underscore Magic Max. I love it.
Mine is IG Valentino Music City.
IG. Wait, so it's just Valentino
Music City, all one word.
Okay, Valentino Music City. It's a good one.
Follow us at Music City Gents on Instagram, and then on TikTok, Music City Gents Nashville.
Love it. Guys, if you're ever coming to Nashville for a bachelorette party or whatever, just for a fun weekend, make sure you check out Music City Gents.
Definitely.
And thank you guys for listening and watching to another episode of The Green Room with Jade Million. Go check out my new song. I just put out a new music video this past week. It's called Warzone. So go check that out. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube and leave a rating on any of the streaming services for the episode. Let me know if you guys liked it, who you want to see next. I will see you guys next week for another episode. Thank y'all once again for being on.
Absolutely.
Bye, guys.